Okay, welcome back, student. My name is Ridian Kasing Lalu. Okay, and today we will continue from that last video, and this will be the next part of that chapter, polynomial. Okay, now this will be based on exercise 2C. Now this will be based on exercise 2C from polynomial. Okay, and in that we'll use these formulas. That will be formulas name is remainder theorem. And this P of X will be the polynomial. And sometimes we used to divide as 7 divided by 2. 2 into 3 will got 6. And left here 1. Now this one will be the remainder. Now this is in terms of number. Now this 7 will be the P of X dividend. Then this 2 will be the G of X. Or we can put any symbol. G of X or R of X or whatever it is. Okay, now this will be the quotient, not quotient, this will be the divisor, then this will be dividend, then this will be the quotient, then this will be the remainder. Okay, but here in this polynomial, now P of X, then this will be the dividend, then it's divided by X minus 2. Look like this is divided by X plus 2 or X minus A or X plus A. Now this will be the divisor, then this will be the dividend. When we divide it, then we got some remainder. And that remainder is given by, remainder is equal to P of minus A and here P of A. Look, what's the value here? A. Then we have to put here A. What's the value here? A. Then we have to substitute here A. But here it's a plus and here will be a minus. I'll show you from where we got that minus. And here this minus will change to plus from where we got that. Okay. Okay. Now if P of X is divided by G of X, when P of X is divided by G of X, then we multiply with Q of X, then left some remainder R of X. Like 7 is equal to 2 into 3 plus 1. Understand? Now this 7 will be the dividend, then this 2 will be the divisor, then this 3 will be the quotient, and then this one will be the remainder. But here, and this is called, what was the name of this formula? This will be called as Euclid division. This is called Euclid division or Euclid algorithm. And in this case, we divide by this x minus 2. Then to get the remainder, remember, look, when, okay, if R of x is equal to 0, if we got here 0, then this G of X, if you got here R of X is equal to 0, then this G of X will become as a factor of P of X. There's one more theorem that we call as factor theorem. Now, where is that factor theorem applied? When R of X is equal to 0, there's one more theorem, factor theorem. That factor theorem is in case when remainder is equal to 0. Now, if here is equal to 0, then this G of X will be the factor of P of X. What's the name of factor? Mean the splitting, mean the multiplication. Now, remainder. When we divide something with this G of X, then always some remains are there, some residue are remaining, some number are remaining. That number will be called as the remainder. And from this theorem, when we divide this P of X by this, okay, let me name this as G of X. In this theorem, when we divide this P of X by G of X, we got some remainder. That remainder is equal to P of minus A. That means in place of this x value, like here, we have to put by this value. Okay, from where we got this minus here? Okay, let's say this is G of X. G of X is equal to X plus A. Let's say G of X is equal to X plus A. Then, if from remainder theorem, For remainder theorem, mean this g of x I can just transfer equal to 0. Then we get here this g of x, that is x plus a. X plus a is equal to just consider that g of x is equal to 0. Okay. Then x plus a will become equal to 0. Now if I take this plus this side, then come here x is equal to minus a. X is equal to minus a. Now in place of this x, I can put here minus a. That's why I take out here minus a. Remainder is equal to p of minus a. Now in place of this x we can put minus a. In place of this x we can put minus a. Then here in place of this x we can put a. Why? In that case here is x minus a. Then x minus a again we take equate to 0. Then this minus will take that side change to plus. Then we got here only a. Then in place of this x, this is a. Then in place of this x, how much we got here? A. Then in place of this x we put a. That the remainder is equal to p of a. Okay, let's do this problem. 3 questions. I'll show you. Then the remaining question from the textbook you do by your own. Let me draw first this one. I'll pause the video. Okay, let's start this question number 1. Using remainder theorem, we will use this theorem and find the remainder when this p of x is divided by this x minus 2. Okay, I'll do like this. Given p of x is equal to 3x to the power 4 minus 6x squared minus 8x plus 2. Now, but according to this formula, here is minus right? X minus 2. Then there's x minus a, and here is x plus a. Then according to this x minus a, we'll use p of a. Remainder is equal to p of a, and here what is a? 2. Or I can write this from remainder theorem. Remainder theorem. From remainder theorem, that x minus 2, let's say equal to 0. Let's say equal to 0, then we got here, this minus we could take this side, we got x is equal to 2. Then we got, therefore, remainder p of x. Now this p of x will become as p of a. Now here what's value of a? 2. Then in place of this x, we put 2. Then once we put x here is 2, then here also will be 2, here also will be 2, and here also will be 2. Then here we got 3. Then in place of this x, I'll put 2 to the power 4, then minus 6. Then in place of this x, we have to put 2, then 2 to the power 2, minus 8. Then again, in place of this x, we have to put 2. Then I'll put here 2, then plus 2. Now, how much is the remainder? Then we got here 2 to the power 4, how much? 2 to the power 4 will be 16. Then 3 into 16, then minus, and here will be 6 into 4 plus 2 to the power 4 will be 4. Then here will be 16, then plus 2. Then we got here 3 into 16 will be how much? 3 into 10, 30, 3 into 6, 18, then will be 48. Then 48 minus 24, then minus here how much? Minus 16 plus 2 will be minus 14. Then 24, minus plus. Then 24 plus 14, how much will be? 38. Then 48 minus 38, then we got 10. Now what's the remainder? 10 will be the remainder. Okay, now this will be the first question. What's the remainder for this first question? 10. Now let's try this under one. This one also is similar to this only, but here they give x plus 4 and here is x minus 2. Then we can put here x plus 4. Okay, let me write this one. Then this one also have it. This one also have it. Then solution number 2. Now we're given divided by x plus 4. Then I can put here x plus 4. Now this minus will take this side change to, or this plus will take this side change to minus. Then what's the equation here? X cubed. Then x cubed plus 4x squared minus 3x plus 10. Okay, then here, not 2 here, well, how much we got here? Minus 4, and here also we have to put, and in place of this x, we have to put minus 4. That is how to do this, because here is plus, x plus a, then that is p of minus a. Now p of minus a, then in place of this x, we put minus 4 to the power 3, then plus. Now again in place of this x, minus 4 to the power 2, then minus 3. Then in place of this x, we have to put minus 4, then plus 10. Now 4 to the power 3 will be how much? 4 to 4, 16, 16 into 4 will be 64. Now 64. And where is minus? Minus will disappear or not? No. Now remember here. A minus to the power n equal to how much? Now remember this will be equal to minus a to the power n if minus a to the power n if n is odd number, and a to the power n if n is even number. Look, when the number ends, when the power is 1, 3, 5, 7, these are all odd number, then minus will always appear here. N is odd. When the power are odd number, here 3 is odd. Then if n is odd, then the minus does not disappear, minus will remain there. But if the power of n is even number, means 2, 4, 6, 8, then if the power of n here is even number, then this minus will disappear. Here there is no more minus, but here minus is still remain. Okay. Then here will be, then this 2 is a even number. Then if n is even, then there is no more minus here. Then this minus will disappear. Then we got here plus. Then 4 to the power 2 will be 16. Then 16 into 4 again 64. But here again this is power 1. This is a odd number. Then odd number minus will remain. Then minus minus plus. Then 3 to 4 12 plus 10. Then here's minus and here's plus 64 cancel. Then we got here 12 plus 10 how much? 22. Now this will be the remainder of this question. Okay, now let's do the last question. That's question number 3. Question number 3 also will be same, but slight difference is there. Because here we have to use which one? 3x plus 2b, we have to use this one, ax plus b. Then the remainder is minus a by b. Then this one is ax minus b, then the remainder is pa by b. But I solve only this related to this, then for this type question we try by own from the exercise 3c. Okay, then I'll solve you this question number 3. Okay, now here 81x to the power 4 plus 54 to the power x3, 54x to the power 3, and 9x squared minus 3x plus 2. Now this is divided by 3x plus 2, and again that is 1 is 3x plus 2. Now again here this 3x, but this plus you can take that side change to minus. Then we got here x is equal to minus 2 divided by, if you take this 3 to the right side, because this between 3 and x is a multiply, then multiply, if you take that side, change to divide, and I'll put here minus 2 by 3, that is division. Then what we have to put here in p of x, we have to put p of minus a by b. Then here minus a by b. Then we got here minus 2 by 3. Okay, and what about this? How to solve? Now 81, I'll put here 81 x to the power 4. Then in place of this x, how much you have to put? Minus 2 by 3. Minus 2 by 3 to the power 4. Then plus 54. And in place of this x, again I'll put here minus 2 by 3. Minus 2 by 3 was the power here. Power 3, then put here power 3, and minus 9. In place of this x, again you have to put minus 2 by 3, minus 2 by 3 to the power square, and minus 3, then minus 2 by 3 plus 2. Okay, then again now, this 4 is an even number. Power 4 here is even number, then this minus will disappear. No more minus. And we got here 81 into, there's no more minus because the power here is even number. Then 2 to the power 4, again we got how much? 16. And 3 to the power 4 will be 81. 3 to the power 4, 3 to the power 4. 3 to the power 4 is equal to 3 into 3 into 3 into 3. And we got here how much? Will be 81. Okay. Then what here? Power is odd number. Then minus will remain. Then minus into plus will be minus. Minus to plus will be minus. Then 54. Then 2 to the power 3 will be 8. Then 3 to the power 3 will be how much? 27. Then here, this again power here is even number. Then this minus will disappear. Then this minus here will remain. It does not change. Then 2. Then 2 to the power 2 will be 4. Then 3 to the power 2 will be 9. Then here power is odd. Then minus will remain, and minus 2 minus will be plus. Then 3 into 2 by 3 plus 2. Now we can cancel. 81 cancel. 9 and 9 cancel. Then 3 and 3 cancel. Then now left this one. 27 into 2. 27 into 2. Now here 16 minus 2 into 8 is 16. Then minus here 4. Then plus 2. Then plus 2. Then how much we got? 16 minus 16 cancel. Now 2 plus 2 will be 4. Okay, here will be 0. Then here 2 plus 2, 4. Then 4 minus 4, 0. Then what's the remainder here? The remainder here will be 0. And if the remainder is 0, it means this 3x plus 2 is the factor of this x, 81x squared plus 54x cubed minus 9x squared minus 3x plus 2. Now if the remainder is equal to 0, then this will be the factor of this. Okay, now this part will be the end of exercise 2C. By using the remainder theorem, the rest of the equation you do by yourself. Okay, let's go back to exercise 2C to D. Now go to exercise 2D. Okay, let's pause the video. Okay, now we'll continue from that, but here we'll do exercise 2D. And in this exercise 2D, I already explained you that when g of x divide that p of x. If the remainder we got 0, then that g of x will be the factor. Now here, p of x divided by g of x. Then we got here some quotient. Then here we got some value. Then if this remainder here is equal to 0, then in that case, then this g of x is a factor of p of x. Then in this look here. Now if x plus a is divide this p of x, then when we divide, we got the remainder 0, then this x plus a is a factor of p of x. But if we don't get the remainder is equal to 0, then that g of x is not the factor. Okay. Then similar for this, ax plus b is a factor of p of x if p of minus b by a is equal to 0. Means if the remainder is 0. If you don't get the remainder is equal to 0, then this value is not the factor. Okay, now let's solve this question number 1. X minus 3 is a factor of, means using factor theorem, not factor. Using factor theorem, prove that x minus 3 is a factor of this. Okay, now let's say given, let's consider this as p of x. Given p of x is equal to x cubed plus x squared minus 17x plus 15. Okay, consider this one as a p of x. Now it is divided by x minus 3. Consider that x minus 3 as g of x. G of x, x minus 3. Okay, then by using factor theorem, mean we have to prove that this x minus 3 is a factor of this. Then to know that this x minus 3 is factor of this, mean we have to get remainder is equal to 0. We have to get this one. Okay. Then what is from remainder theorem? Mean this x minus 3, this one should be equal to 0, or let's consider equal to 0. Then got here x is equal to, now this minus will take as I change to plus. Then now this x, how much we got here? 3. Then therefore remainder. And let's check this remainder. P of x. Now P of x here is how much we got? 3. And this one, P of minus a. But here this minus will change to plus, and we got P of 3 only. Then in place of this x, I'll put here 3 to the power 3. And in place of this x, I'll put here 3 to the power 2. And minus 17 into 3, then plus 15. Let's check. Now 3 to the power 3 will be how much? 3 to 3, 9, and 9 to 3 will be 27, then plus 9, then minus 17 into 3. 3 into 10 will be 30, then 3 to 7 will be 21. 21 and there will be 51 plus 15. And here how much we got? Now 27 plus 9. 27 plus 9 will be how much? 36. Okay. Then 51 minus 15. 11 minus 5 will be 6. Then again here will be 36. Then 36 minus 36 will be 0. Now we got the remainder is equal to 0. Then since P of 3 is equal to 0, means the remainder is equal to 0. This one is remainder. Since the remainder is equal to 0, hence x minus 3. Then hence x minus 3 is a factor. Hence x minus 3 is a factor of this one. Now we got the remainder 0. Then this x minus 3 is a factor of x cubed plus x squared minus 17x plus 15. Then similarly for this one, x plus 5 is a factor of. Maybe this one also you can try by, or let me try for you, because here is a plus, then when you have to solve, you change to minus. Okay. Okay, now p of x, let's consider this is a p of x, then x3 plus x cubed or x squared plus 3x plus 1, 1, 5. Then you give g of x as x plus 5, and from factor theorem, then x plus 5 that equates to 0, and you got here x. Now this plus will take that side, the right side change to minus. Now in this x I'll put here minus 5, like in last question. Exercise 2c and 2d are everything same. Only into d we have to get the remainder should be 0. Okay, and base of this x I'll put here minus 5 whole thing cube, then plus minus 5 whole thing square in place of this x, we got minus 5, then plus 3 minus 5, then plus 1, 1, 5. Okay, now 5 to the power 3 will be how much? 5 to the power 3 means 5 into 5, 25. Then 25 into 5 will be 105. Okay, now 125, not 105, 125. Because here the power is odd number, then that's why minus is remaining. But here the power is even number, then this minus will be disappear. Then 5 to the power 2 will be 25. Then 3 into 5 will be 15. But here the power is odd, and again minus will remain. Then plus 115. Now here minus 125. Plus 25, we got minus 100. And here 115, minus 15, again we got here plus 100. Now minus 100 and plus 100 will get cancelled, and again we got 0. Then here, again we got remainder is 0. Then it means x plus 5 is also a factor of x cubed plus x squared plus 3x plus 115. Okay, now let's come to the last question, x plus root 2. And once you finish this, then the remaining question from your exercise you do by your own. Okay, let's pause first here so that about this one will take time to run. Okay, now let's come to this question number 3. And here consider again this as a p of x, then this as a g of x. Now this p of x is divided by this g of x, but the remainder we have to get again 0. Okay, now p of x here is 2 root 2 x squared and plus 5x plus root 2. Then g of x here is x plus root 2. Now again using factors here, let's consider that this x plus root 2 is equal to 0. Then x plus root 2 is equal to 0. Now again this plus will take a side change to minus, then x is equal to minus root 2. Now we got the value of x. Then again in place of this x, I'll put here minus root 2. Now in place of this x, 2 root 2. And in place of this x, minus root 2, but here is the square and I put square. Then plus 5 minus root 2, then plus root 2. Okay, let's do the multiplication. Now 2 root 2, but here this minus again will disappear because this power is even. Then we got here root 2 into root 2 is equal to how much? Root 2 into root 2 will be equal to 2. If you don't know this one, this will be like this. Root 2 whole thing square. Mean this root we can write as 2 to the power 1 by 2. Remember this root is equivalent or equal to 2 to the power 1 by 2. But here is 2, then multiply here 2, then 2 and 2. Cancel, then left only 2. Then root 2 whole thing square, we got here 2 only. Then here the power is 1, then this is odd, then minus 1 will remain. Then minus into plus will be minus 5 root 2. because this is a radical, then this is a rational number or a number. Then in front of this root 2, consider there is 1 here. Imagine. Then 5 into 1 we got here 5 root 2. Don't multiply 5 into 2 because this 2 is under root. Now this 5 is not under root. Then 5 under 2 is a separate number. Then we will multiply them. Imagine that in front of that 2 there is 1. Then 5 into 1 will be 5. Then plus root 2. Then here 2 into 2 we got 4 root 2. Then minus here also root 2 and here also root 2. Then minus and plus will be minus. Then here is 5, then consider here there is 1. Then 5 minus 1 will be how much? We got minus 4. Because minus is greater than plus. Then 4 root 2 and minus 4 root 2 will be cancelled, then remaining again 0. Now again we got the remainder is 0, then hence x plus root 2 is the factor of 2 root 2 x squared plus 5x plus root 2. Now this will be complete exercise 2c and exercise 2d. Okay, then the question from the textbook, do solve it by your own, exercise 2c and exercise 2d. And today will be, and this will be the question from this video. And thank you. Do like, share and subscribe it, then we'll meet back in the next video. Thank you.